Welcome back to the TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from I'm Benzo. He's doing wonderful. I see him growing really rapidly. He's about to pass me soon, so I'm really proud of the guy. And he did another Passport Bros, so let's check it out. Please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. Let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
Before you think you can tell me what to do, I need you to ask yourself this. 1, do you pay my rent?
Why do you think it is today that
Hell no, I don't. Well, never.
a lot of American men are going overseas to find wives?
I cannot relate. It is a real thing, but it's just insecurity. Think overseas, go overseas, babe. I completely disagree because it takes a whole lot of courage, a whole lot of self-confidence, somewhat of financial stability, and a passport, which a lot of chicks don't even have.
How would I know you're serious about me if you're not taking care of me in some type of way? Anybody can take me to dinner. Anybody. Somebody who doesn't care about me can take me to dinner. Somebody who doesn't care about me is not going to go pay my electric bill.
This is how modern women are thinking, like, because there's so many simps out there paying their bills, taking them out on dinners, just fucking so they can use them for free meals, that any man doing these normal things is considered just, you don't care, even though these things are actually provisioning and providing for women. You know, men have to make money to spend on you. Is that not good enough for men to be with you? Like, he's committed with you. He's been with you a longer period of time than most of these other men. So all you want is bills getting paid for. Then what do you need us for? Just go fucking work and get your bills paid for.
That's how I know you care about me. That's how I know you're real. That's how I know you say what you're about. And you have, here's the thing, is I wouldn't be asking that of just anybody. You have a nice car. You can clearly do that shit with ease, unless I'm mistaken. Am I mistaken?
Yes, he has a nice car.
Yeah, she is
he can do
mistaken.
it with ease, but you're not his wife.
When you have a father in your life, like myself, when you watch a man take lead, like growing up, you want those type of principles when you look forward to a man. And if my dad is head honcho of my house and is taking care of shit, then I'm expecting to come in my life and do the same thing.
Women will often say that about a man, like he has to live up to the standards of my father. But when a man says, I want the woman to live up to the standards of my mother, I'm not here to be your mother, you got mommy issues and all that. So why is it different when a man looks for expectations in a woman that he sees in his mother?
What he said is true. I mean, the double standards, just the double standards.
I love his accent. It's fun.
Because I say I don't want to struggle with you, y'all be thinking I'm a gold digger. No. Because one thing I really do hate is a freaky bum. Why, out of all things, you worried about if I'm talking to you or if I want to be your girlfriend based on your financial status?
And I also want to talk about why this mindset that so many Western women have is actually extremely problematic. Because not only are you putting down the men who are going overseas with pure intentions, you're also putting down the woman from these other countries.
Yep.
Solely off of the fact that they were not brought up in a Western culture. Because you're calling them uneducated, you're calling them poor, you're calling them weak, you're calling them vulnerable. You're creating a superiority complex where you are at the top and women from all these other countries are at the bottom.
That they
Now,
are.
let me tell you something. If you were really superior, the men would not be leaving.
You know, it's like, everybody loved Crazy Rich Asians. I know everybody did because it did really well in the box office, and I hear a lot of people talking about it. Do most women not realize there's Asians like that out there still that are in these third world countries that are quite rich, even though they live in third world countries? Just saying.
And you would not be single.
Someone asked me, are you still single? The show is. Are you still looking? The show is.
Keep looking.
Most women that are hoes when they're young will always be hoes. Because promiscuity is a mindset that is really hard to get over. Okay? Because
I agree. It's hard for men too. It's a little bit easier for men in total, but it's still a hard thing to get over or get out of. Like I said, I have friends that live the lifestyle, and they've lived the lifestyle for a long time with the vasectomy and everything. He ain't gonna ever settle down. There's just no way. I can't see the man ever settling down. Even if he ever came to me and told me, I found one, you know, I'll just laugh at his face, pretty much.
after you've been so promiscuous, everything becomes an option to you. you feel like you always have another option.
This is true.
Would I much rather date a man with money that will still cheat, or a man that's broke that I have to pay my way through our dates? Date a man.
It's funny because it's always man with money that will cheat or brokey. What about the average men? Like the average men, you don't have to take care of them. They might not be able to pay everything for you, but they'll still be able to take care of a lot, like decent amount of your bills, and they'll be nice, and they probably won't cheat. But it's always the brokies, which are like the Chad and Tyrones that don't have any jobs, the Ray Rays and the Pookies, and then the Tad and Tyrones. My bad, I mixed that up. Right? So it's like, it's only those two spectrums. What about just like the average Joe? You know, like those guys make 50, 60, maybe 70K a year. You're making about 50, 60, 70K a year. Oh, you guys are about even, you know, like they don't look as good as the Chad or Tyrones or, you know, the Ray Rays and the Pookies, but they meet in between on looks and status and money. I don't see why women like just literally do not see that at all. They only see the two spectrums, dusty or millionaire.
With money, and let him take you out on dates and let him try to buy his way into your pants, because they all are dogs. They're all gonna cheat and they're all scum anyway. Anyway, you're gonna treat me like a prostitute. I'm gonna treat you like a bank.
If you only show your goods, then I'm gonna treat you like a prostitute.
My response to you:
I got money.
But those not respectable women.
I don't want no respect. I want some ass. Damn the respect. I want you to break down like a 12-gauge double-barrel shotgun and show me what you're working with.
But don't you want commitment?
What? Go who?
I'm so effing tired of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating black men. I am so tired of the lack of commitment, the lack of support, the lack of encouragement, the lack of money.
Sweetie, why don't you mention the names of the men that let you down? The ones that didn't have money. The ones that give you a lot of emotional damage. You're out here talking as if you've dated the whole race.
Yeah, right?
Like, I don't know what to do from this point on, but I can tell you one thing. My interest in dating another black man is like 1% at this point. They want us to be ride or dies until they get their shit together, and then they don't want to support us.
See, they always, again, it's always the Ray Rays and the Pookies. They ride or die until they get their shit together. What about the guys that have their shit together that also want to ride or die? There's also those guys, and there's plenty of them in the black male community. A lot of them are doing well, but you know, they might not fit the archetype that you're looking for, but they'll be ride or die. They're stable, and they'll take care of you. They love black women. So why do you have an issue to find a normal average guy instead of either a really, really good looking Ray Ray or a really, really rich Chad? Like there's always an in-between. Women can't settle in between at all. They only see the two extremes.
Us in return. They don't want to commit to us. They don't want to marry us, but then they want all the benefits of being a husband without actually proposing to us. I need someone who's intentional.
No, it's easy to get those things when women give us these things without the commitment and the marriage. So why? Well, men are very how do you call it? Efficient when you want to say. As long as we can get everything we want with the least amount of effort, we're going for it.
In every single aspect.
So maybe like 2 weeks ago, I went to Cartagena, and I had been to Cartagena like a few years ago. However, this trip to Cartagena was wild different. So during the day, me and my homegirls would be out sightseeing, doing cultural things, doing excursions, whatever. You wouldn't see not nary black man nowhere when the sun was up. Not a single. But I tell you, when the sun went down, my boy, it was like creepy crawlers just came out of everywhere. I have never seen so many black men in the street. I'm just like, am I in Atlanta or am I in Cartagena?
There's actually quite a bit of black population in Colombia, no?
Henna. And then I went to this one club called Delirium. It's called Delirium. They played nothing but American music. So it was me and like 5 of my homegirls. We went in there. And we were literally in there for 15 minutes. And when I tell you, I was giving all of them the eye, like...
On both ends, right? Because a lot of men, if they have money, they wouldn't have women deal with them at all. If a lot of men, if they weren't fine, they wouldn't have women. So everybody deals with a person for a certain reason, right?
Right.
It's a lot of men out here, and I said, like, y'all think y'all a catch, but y'all really a throw. I.e., y'all gonna get mad at me. The passport.
Let me write
bros.
that down.
Why do you think that the passport bros are so mad? Let's be real. Because they're rejected.
We're not mad at all. We're actually really happy. Most of the people that are in the comment section are just like, glad we had our passports. Get your passports. It is what it is. I have very few men that are passport pros are actually upset about anything. Or like, they're just kind of excited to get their life started in another country.
They're throwing temper tantrums because they can't deal with the fact that they got all this shit, money, cars, they stable, but don't nobody want them.
Right.
I think that's the women. They have all this car, money, bags, but ain't no man want them.
They're the female.
They not getting chose. They
They're
got
the
their
female
shit together.
versions
They ain't
of the
got no
picnic.
kids. They ain't got nothing. But they all mad. They listen. When I had a live about this, and I asked the passport bros, what is it that they want? All of the guys that was in my live were saying that, y'all didn't want us. Now we're going off because y'all didn't want us. They kept.
I mean, they seem to say that a lot, but I think it's just, I don't really want to deal with the Western women. And like I said, I'll deal with them for the time being until I get my ducks in order. And maybe I'll find a good one. Likely not, but I'll try. And then once I'm out, bitches.
Saying y'all didn't want us, so now this is what we're going to do. So when anytime a person say I'm doing this because, you mad because you wasn't chosen.
Right.
I've died at least 7 times.
It sounds like you've been like so hurt in life by women. Maybe you were made fun of when you were young.
Believe me, every man out there has been hurt by women. That's what men have in common, dear.
You're hosting a radio show about it.
Yes, I am. It's about time. Because every TV and radio show is about women. It is about men are jerks, men are pigs, men are slobs, men are deadbeats. Now there's a show for men.
Please keep in mind those women that are glorifying being an independent woman are the ones that are loud out here in the streets, while the rest of us who are at home at work minding our business, you will not see us or hear from us. So of course it's going to seem like they're
Exactly what she said. The good women aren't on social media. The good women aren't posting these ridiculous things. So obviously I can't get, like these women on videos and things like that. So yes, of course we're going to see more of the bad things, and there's decent amount of good women still. I agree with everyone that says, marriage sucks and, the contract is really against us. But soon, the more and more women are getting fucked over with alimony because more and more women are making more money, I think where, women are starting to feel the blunt of divorces, of alimony, child support, and things like that, that's when women are going to start fighting for equality. And I think it's starting to happen. We're seeing a lot of rich women having to pay out huge sums of alimony, and women are upset about this. Sooner or later, there's going to be enough women that are going to be like, you know what? We need to fix this. And then men are going to be like, finally.